Hi administrators, I mentioned in Administrative Council that I'd be making a video on using ChatGPT to look at board policies. I can tell you quickly that first of all, kind of give you an idea, you need to understand that ChatGPT doesn't go to websites. Because the first thing I asked it to do is go to msd321.com. It says, I'm sorry, but it's an AI language model. I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. I can do other things. Okay, so then what I did was I went into the board policy. And what I did was I accessed the board policy on student dress. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight and copy the policy on student dress. So this is kind of a workaround so that you can answer this. You can load this in, and I will copy that, and I will put that into. I'll show you what I'll do with it. Here's what I did. I then went into AI down here on this part right here, and I said, send a new message. I said, I will be asking a series of questions on board policy for student dress. I want you to remember this policy and refer to it any time I ask about student dress. Here's the student policy, student 325, blah, 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 and I pasted it in. And it came back and it said to me, thank you for providing me with the policy on student dress for Madison School District 321. I'll keep it in mind and refer to it anytime you ask questions you may have. Now, keep in mind that it will answer questions on board policy as long as you are on this particular chat. Okay, does that make sense? Because when you go to a new chat, it's not going to maintain that. But when you go over here, what I did was I named this, and you can edit it right here, student dress policy, because I'm going to go to this often. You will not be accessing all of the policies all of the time, but all of you know, depending on the age of students that you teach, that there are specific questions that keep coming up over and over and over and over and over. So if I were you, I would take those policies, such as the dress policy, put those in a query so that when mom or dad calls you and they say, well, what's your policy on excessive jewelry, blah, 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 or this or that. And while you're talking to them, you can even go into ChatGPT and you can click on this right here and your conversation will pop up and you'll see the questions you've already asked, or you can ask a new one. For instance, when I asked this, I told it to change the name of this to the student dress. I said, okay. Then I asked a question, what are the dress code exceptions listed in board policy? Okay, and then it listed according to the Madison School District Board Policy on student dress, the building principal. And I went back and checked on what I had put in, and it temporary exceptions, it listed those. And then, but the benefit of this is you're talking to a parent or you're looking something up, and you can have a conversation with AI about what's going on in board policy, and it can advise you that way. Then I asked, what is the board policy for dress code on jewelry? And then it included in there paraphernalia and all this stuff depending on the message being sent. I said, what about tattoos? And it kind of printed out the same thing. Okay, so the power of this is that it is at your fingertips, and you can go over here, look up the policies. You can search them, by the way. So over here, if I were a principal now, I'd have student dress policy. I would paste in the other one on attendance, out of zone that we're working on right now when that new one comes in. And by the way, this is only as good as the information you put in. So when you get new information, just go to this chat and say, oh, by the way, here is an update for what I want you to remember regarding this, and then you don't have to disturb all the stuff you've already read or asked about and all it's already said. But you'll be able to update that and say, now consider this. Then you can update that. So over here, you can have the different policies, the top 10 policies that you're always looking at, and AI will look at that and take care of that for you. I hope this has been helpful to you. And good luck with this. It's a tool I wish I'd had a long time ago, but it wasn't available. So best of luck to you. And I promise you that it will make you look much more intelligent in the eyes of parents when they try to tell you that there's something in your policy or not in your policy. You can go right to the policy and you can have the benefit of having AI being your assistant right in real time while you are answering these difficult questions. Hope this has been helpful to you. Have a great year next year. I'll miss you. Bye now.